evening, everyone, and welcome to the Harrisburg State Farm Show Arena here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. MASL TV presenting the Harrisburg Heat, hosting Utica City FC. I'm John Wilsbach. Glad to have you along as the Harrisburg Heat coming into this contest with a struggling 1-7 record take on a pretty hot Utica team, which is 8-3 on the season. The Harrisburg Heat will be switching up netminders tonight, going with Matt Perella, still looking for his first win of the season. He is 0-4. Will Bellanini is 1-3 on the season. So two keepers struggling. Vanahini is the one who has the lone win. That was early in the season against St. Louis, but the Heat have since been on a 6-game losing streak. Utica has owned the Heat so far on the season. Come from behind victory, winning 9-7, winning 10-5, and then winning 6-4. You add them all up, and they've outscored the Heat 25-16 in the 3 games they have played, and Utica, of course, winning all 3 of those games. Andrew Coughlin will be starting in net for Utica City. So it's Perella and Coughlin for the Heat. They'll be starting Ricardinho Carvalho, Dominic Francis, Dylan Hundelt, Nelson Santana, and Danny DePrima. Utica going with Ben Raymond and Nate Bordeaux, Bo Jelovic, also Slavisa Ubi-Parapovic, and Darren Toby. The Heat are in the white uniforms. Utica in the black and blue. And the Heat are going from left to right on MASL TV. Jelovic leaving the ball for Ubi-Parapovic, who moves into the left side, shot blocked by Santana. Toby plays it back out of midfield. Utica retreating back. Bordeaux, little pressure. Back for Coughlin, who's 8-2 on the season. Bordeaux on it, outside the yellow. Jake Schindler, veteran defenseman, sending it back, and here comes Vitale. Over to Schindler. We're just underway. Ball sent down into the left corner. Gonna get a holding foul on Santana, his first. And a free kick coming up for Utica. Nelson Santana knows these players quite well. When Utica had been Syracuse the last few seasons, Santana played there. Ball played out front, shot blocked in the middle. It was Danny DePrima, got the leg in front of it. You know what, it wasn't. It was Dylan Hundelt. Dylan Hundelt, the son of Kevin Hundelt. You may recall that name when he played for St. Louis Ambush and the Steamers. Had a fine career with St. Louis. Well, a new generation. And Dylan Hundelt out there for the Harrisburg Heat. Utica on it. They'll send it down the near side. Santana gets in front and knocks it out. You may notice the flooring looks a little bit different here. This is the time of the year where they have the auto show here at the Farm Show Complex, and they remove all of the dirt in this arena. Normally the field is placed on dirt. For this weekend's games, it is placed on the hard concrete. Over the years, though, we never noticed that much different of a bounce by the ball on the field, whether it was on the dirt or the concrete. But it certainly cleans up a lot better in here, and it's a lot easier to put that field up and tear it down, too. Heat with the ball, trying to get it out of their own zone. Santana's going to knock it all the way down, and Coughlin's going to scoop it back up. Just underway, no score. Other games tonight, St. Louis at Orlando, and Turlock is at El Paso. The Heat are home tomorrow night. Utica is home on Sunday. Coughlin brings it out. Dumping it down for Bo Yelovic. He's unable to get a hold of it. Nice job by Malella to step in. It's cleared back out to Hall. Now Thompson on it. Leo Duarte. Back to the keeper, Matt Perella. He'll send it up the field, but it's going to be a 3-line violation. Cannot kick that ball over all 3 lines. Perella has done that. Now Utica will get a free kick coming up. Center point of the yellow line. 11:53 to go here in the first. Restart coming up. Schindler will take it. He'll approach and play to the right side. Shot just wide, comes back out front. Schindler make that Raymond. Sending it right down the slot, right on the keeper, Perella. Schindler back on it again in his own end, trying to clear it out, and he does. Right into the crowd. Kick in for the Heat. Good pressure down in the corner. David Miller is scratched for tonight's game, dealing with a groin injury. Restart right side, shot just wide. He's still on it, play it out front again, shot scored! Dominic Francis, top left corner. And the Heat take the 1-0 lead. Nice blast there by Dominic Francis. Time of the goal, 3 minutes and 29 seconds. Francis just waiting for it, again. Just rips it. Top shelf, in fact, Tom Miller had to duck a little bit on it as that blast was coming in. So Dominic Francis for the Harrisburg Heat gives them a 1-0 lead. It is his 7th goal of the season. And are they not calling it a goal? They are calling a too many men on the field penalty. So the Heat had 1 too many on to score that goal. No goal. Still scoreless. Tavernisi out to Schindler. It's a power play right now for Utica. On the season, they're 50%. The Heat only 33% at killing off penalties. So the Heat miss out on a great opportunity to get on the board first. Still scoreless. Ubi Parapovic playing it over to the right side to Toby. He'll get it back in the neutral zone. Schindler back and forth with Ubi Parapovic. Right side, Toby shot hit the crossbar and bounces across to the near side, back out to the neutral zone. Ubi Parapovic in again. Stops left point. Left wing gets it back. Looks to play it again to the right side. Schindler. Under a minute to go on the power play. Perella knocking it with the chest over to the far side, and the Heat trying to get it out. Still in traffic and finally poked out by Harrisburg. Recollected by Utica. Here comes Ubi Parapovic again, playing it over to the right side. Schindler with a shot. Hit just inside that left post, pops back out. He'll get it again just inside the yellow to the left. Ubi Parapovic. Left corner, Tavernisi plays it to the middle. Perella swats it back out front. Hundell trying to clear it. Still battling along the near side with 21 seconds to go on the power play. And Danny DePrima will clear it back out. Here comes Schindler again. Left side, Tavernisi's shot partially blocked. Still loose out near the top of the box. Tavernese shot saved. And Perella holds on. One second left on the power play. And the Heat will call the timeout and take a break. As we have 9:32 to play in the first. No score, Harrisburg and Utica. Well, fans, we want to remind you that the standings in the league right now, in the East, Baltimore on top with Utica, 7-2 and 8-3. Mississauga at 2-7. I just want to call them Toronto. And then the Heat there at 1-7. Looks a little lonely at the bottom. Well, hopefully things will start brightening up. Saturday, February 23rd, Christy Rampone coming in to the Farm Show from the U.S. Women's National Team. Packages for kids, teams, clubs, groups, sponsorship opportunities, meet, greet, clinics, and autograph sessions, so much more. Christy Rampone, classic, last girl, and she will be here at the Farm Show Saturday, February 23rd. Start getting your teams organized to come to the Farm Show for that contest. 9:32 to go in the first. No score, Harrisburg. And Utica. Thompson on it, setting it up the middle. Takes a high bounce, and Coughlin has to go back and pull it down. On to the near side it goes. Back. Play back on to midfield. Coughlin blocking one there, comes back out to Santana in midfield. He'll approach the yellow line. Santana with a blast. And ball to call. Santana's got to watch the fouls here. Coughlin playing it all the way up to the near side. Bo Jelovic on it. Moving it down toward the corner, sends it around the glass, but nobody there on the opposite side. He trying to clear it out. Escobar can't. Brought back in. Knocked out a play on the near side with a block by Dylan Hundelt. Restart coming up from the left point. Duro. Left side trying to get to it. And Perella comes away with it, but it was a nice diving effort by the Heat to stop Duro. Duro was coming in on the backside. Not sure who the player is that kind of made that diving effort to get the body in front. Kind of block things out, but he'll be tended to by the trainer. Fissel Water is the official water supplier for the Harrisburg Heat. Ask Fissel about branding and promotional opportunities with your logo on water bottles. Todd Dieter State Farm Agency in Hershey has a booth next to the merchandise table tonight. Check them out. Get a free soccer bag while supplies last. You can register with Todd at the booth to win a signed Heat item. Ort Signs is the official sign sponsor of the Harrisburg Heat. Our good friend Rod Ort does such a great job making all the various banners over the years here of the Harrisburg Heat. And the logo at midfield as well. So Ricardinho was the injured player. Gave some good defensive help on that backside. He goes off under his own power, and we get a restart. High toss by Perella. Cleared back out by Utica. Thompson on it. Thompson played for Syracuse last year as the ball bounces out of play. But played for the Heat a few seasons before that. Coughlin on it. Getting a little pressure. Has to backpedal. Now move to the side to get the pass. It would be Parapovich playing it to the opposite side. Coming up on the midway point of the first. Ball sent down. Perella grabs onto it. Matt Perella played outdoor with Pittsburgh and Bethlehem. Product of Rider University. Here's a hard shot to go! Heat! One nothing Harrisburg. That one's not going to come back for any penalty. Good distribution all the way down into the corner. And just a rip by Morgan. Avoid Morgan's 8th of the season. 7:40's time of the goal. So the assist goes to the goalkeeper. And Morgan with his 8th goal of the season. The Jamaican with a rip there past Coughlin. 1-0 Heat. And he's on it again down the corner. Trying to steal it. Almost comes away and does come away with it. Played back out to the neutral zone. Santana's on it. Near side Santana. He'll move into the right side and play it back out to the neutral zone to Dominic Francis. We thought Dominic had that first goal of the game, but it got called off because of too many men on the field. Morgan with it again just outside the yellow line. Back in midfield, Escobar and Perella. Perella's going to kick it down to the corner, but this one gets away from him, goes out of play. 1-0 Heat. Expecting a much larger crowd here tomorrow night. Baltimore in town. Hope to see a lot of fans heading up 83 to visit here, and a lot of Harrisburg Heat alumni coming back tomorrow night as well. So hope you join us. Little halftime get together on the field and watch some of the players of yesteryear from the Harrisburg Heat tomorrow night. And that could be guys like Bill Betcher, Mark Pulisic, Larry Julius, just to name a few. Of course, Danny Kelly and David Bascom will be here for the Baltimore Blast. It's a nice little reunion get-together for these guys. And, of course, that second generation from the past few years of Harrisburg Heat players. Bordeaux on it, sends it out to Schindler. He'll play it down along the near side. Yelovic on it, battling with Santana. Along the boards. A lot of pushing and grabbing and kicking, and now they'll whistle the ball in favor of Utica. Free kick coming up at the left point. Heat wanted a drop ball at least. That was Leo Duarte in there battling. Near side Bordeaux. He'll play it to the opposite side, back to Coughlin. Coughlin sending it up the middle. Tapping it around. Toby's going to work it out of traffic. Double team now out in the midfield. Heat keeping up the pressure. Sending Ben Raymond back, and he'll pass it over to the far side. Again to the near side, it goes to Toby. All the way back to the keeper, Coughlin. He'll send it up the middle. Intercepted by the Harrisburg Heat. Ty Hall sending it down, and Coughlin getting a piece of it. Corner kick coming up for the Heat. So let's see how they set this one up with 4:24 to go in the first. They'll restart from the far corner. Going to put Francis out front with Santana. Also Morgan out there. Hundelt on the backside. Shot by Francis. Nice save by Coughlin. Follow-up gets blocked. And Coughlin able to come up with it. Couple good opportunities there, but Utica able to stuff it. 1-0. Still in favor of the Heat. Santana wanted to clear it out. Bordeaux steps in, takes it, plays it back out to Raymond. This Utica team has won all 3 meetings this season. They'll play it down along the near side. Knocked one off the boards. It comes out front. Shot and a save by Perella and cleared back out. Still loose though, as the Heat trying to desperately get it out. And again, sent around in front. Still can't clear it out. A couple opportunities there by Freddie Mugin. Now Schindler has it. .325 to go in the first. 1-0 Harrisburg. Coughlin out in the neutral zone. He'll get it back from Vitale. Coughlin sending it all the way down along the near boards into the Heat zone once again. Left point, Tavernisi out to Vitale. Heat keeping up the tight pressure in the neutral zone. On the near side, Ubi Parapovic weaves through traffic. Shot is blocked in the middle by Dominic Francis. He does it again. 2 blocks here by Francis. Here comes Morgan. On the transition, 1 against 2, weaves through traffic, takes it to the top right side of the arc. It's a 1 against 4 while the Heat change up, and a great job by Morgan, but then gives it away out to the neutral zone. And now we're going to get a foul on the Heat for tripping. Great job by Morgan to bring it up, keep control in traffic, and try to create opportunities while 4 new fresh players got out onto the field. 2:23 to go in the first. 1-0 Harrisburg. Ball blocked out of play. It'll be a kick in for Utica. Restart coming up along the right wing boards. Played to the middle, but nobody home. Comes over to the left side now. Kenaway couldn't get to it. Ricardinho does. He'll tap it over to the left side. Heat move it down to the left side, and Coughlin comes over and makes the stop on SK. And the Heat set it up again with 2 minutes to go in the first. $1-0 Harrisburg. Schindler picks someone's pocket over on that far side. I missed that, but clears it out. Thompson has it. Sends it down along the near boards. Rattles out near the yellow line and then goes out of play. Fans, the Comfort Inn Riverfront in Harrisburg, located in downtown Harrisburg. The official team hotel for the Harrisburg Heat. You travel to Harrisburg, travel to the Comfort Inn Riverfront, Harrisburg. In the neutral zone, DeRue back for Schindler. 1:12 to go here in the first. Ball dumped down into the left corner. Leo Duarte trying to get it out. Kept in, though, by Mugin. Utica keeping it alive and a shot up and out of play. It'll be goal kick for the Heat with 51 seconds to go in the first. Harrisburg Heat home tomorrow night against Baltimore. Game time 7:05. Tickets available at harrisburgheat.com. For you folks in Utica, you get the Milwaukee. No, you don't. Who do you get on? Orlando, that's right. Sunday you get Orlando, 3 p.m. Here's a restart for the Heat. Top of the arc, Dominic Francis approaching, plays it to the right side, shot wide and out of play. That's a 3 p.m. Sunday game. Orlando at Utica. Go to uticacityfc.com for ticket information.
Let's go, Harrisburg!
40 seconds to go in the first. Francis almost with a steal out in the neutral zone. Toby has it. He'll play back to Coughlin. On to the near side, Vitale along the near boards. It'll be Parapovic. Vitale. Knocked off the boards by Tavernisi. Trying to get it back to Vitale, but he popped it wide right. And the Heat called for the pushing foul on the far side. Restart coming up out in the neutral zone. Sent down the slot, cleared out of play from inside the box by Danny DePrima. So it's going to be a restart top of the arc now for Utica with just 8.4 seconds remaining here in the first. Mugin on the left side. He'll get the pass. He'll pull the trigger. It's blocked by Santana. Headed back out front. Headed around the horn to the far side. And Perella will punch it back out to the neutral zone. And that will do it. We have played one quarter here in Harrisburg at the New Holland Arena at the Farm Show Complex. And it's 1-0 in favor of Harrisburg. 7:40 was the time of the goal by Morgan. And that's where we are after one. OIP, Arlington Orthopedic, has returned as the official medical provider of the Heat. If you're injured, go where the pros go and go to OIP. McAllister and Myers are your local real estate firm, active in the community and supporting small businesses. That shows they care. Their reputation shows they're the experts in assisting clients in buying and selling homes. McAllister and Myers. That was not the end of the first. They put .8 back on the clock. So one opportunity here for the Heat to just chip it. There you go. Now we've played one. 1-0 Harrisburg. Well, fans, you can check out the Harrisburg Heat merchandise booth here at the front entrance when you come into the Farm Show Arena. You can get the latest Heat gear for yourself. Always great as a gift as well, and it's available at harrisburgheat.com. We're glad to have you along here on MASL TV. You can catch every game each week on the league's official streaming home, MASL.TV. And of course, great to call the home games here for Harrisburg, as I've done for all, what has it been now, 19 seasons now for the Heat. 7 for the Philadelphia Kicks and 2 for the Hershey Impact. Whew. I'm making myself feel old. Hey, look, and our good buddy Soccer Sam has something you want to listen to. It's called Kick This. Outside of being on the team, the best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune in to Kick This every weekend. Soccer Sam discusses the ins and outs of all the MASL action. And you can find Kick This every Saturday at 11 a.m. on iHeartRadio. And I've been on that show already. It's a great show. Soccer Sam, the former owner of the Rochester team in this league, knows soccer and knows the ins and outs. That's why you want to hear what he's got to say. The Harrisburg Heat would like to thank Miter USA for providing today's match balls. Miter, founded in Huddersfield, England, is among the world's oldest sporting good brands, starting production in 1817. Miter is a proud partner of the Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and MASL2. The MASL and Miter share a long-term vision to see arena soccer grow in North America. Miter's Astro Division ball is the official ball for the MASL League. Miter's ball is designed specifically for play on artificial surfaces. It features a more accurate flight than the average ball and has a 30% reduced bounce to make it play more efficiently in arena soccer. So you can find these Miter balls right here, the Harrisburg Heat merchandise booth. I believe you can also get some that are autographed by the Harrisburg Heat. Our only scoring in that first quarter was at 7:40. The Heat getting a goal from Tavoy Morgan, his 8th of the season. Perella got the assist. And Perella with a nice long throw. Remember, you're allowed to throw it over all three lines. You just can't kick it over three. And Morgan with a blast down that lower left. Able to put it in on the one-time half volley shot pretty much. The Heat also had a goal early on, but that was called off because of a too many men on the field penalty. The Heat were able to kill off that penalty. We start this second quarter, and Harrisburg going right to left on MASL TV. Santana dumping it down into the corner. Ricardinho Carvalho called for the foul. Schindler brings it out. Getting pressure. It comes back to Coughlin. He'll send it over to the far side. Ubi Parpovich up to Schindler. All the way up to Bo Jelovic. Left side back out to the neutral. Jelovic on it. Trying to reposition Raymond around the right side. Toby has it now at midfield. Near side is Raymond. We mentioned David Miller scratched for this game. Might join us possibly at halftime. He's able to break away from the locker room. Ball dumped down into the corner. Comes back out front. And a giveaway there out front. And a shot just wide. Not too good there by William Eskay, trying to get it out of his own end. And gave an opportunity there by Utica, but unfortunately for Utica, unfortunately for Harrisburg, they were not able to capitalize. Toby has it. You fans in Utica are finally back home again. 3 o'clock this Sunday. Utica hosting Orlando. 1-0 Heat. Schindler over to the far side. Played out to the neutral zone once again. Along the near side, it's DeRue knocked off the boards. Ricardinho playing it over to the far side. Thompson, midfield. Now Leo Duarte. Getting it down to Morgan, but that ball took off too fast. Schindler trying to guard it. Knocked down. It'll be a foul against the Heat. Early here in the second, it's 1-0 Harrisburg. Thompson playing it back up along the near side to Morgan. Morgan sending it back in midfield. And Villela sends it over to the far side. Well, Thompson with it. Here's Morgan with a turn. The shot blocked by Schindler. Comes back out to Duarte. Leo setting it up for Morgan again, trying to get position. They blow the whistle before he puts it in the net, but they will call the holding foul on Schindler. Morgan showing some good strength, posting up and getting control. Wanted a continuance on that. Foul kind of blown a little bit too quick. Here's the restart. A bad starting pass by Villela. The Heat blew that opportunity. Villela down the near side, trying to cross it over for Dominic Francis, but intercepted. Tavernese clears it back up the field. And this one gets knocked back into the corners. Perella was trying to clear it, knocked off a player. Morgan brings it back out along the near side, double teamed. Still kept alive by Ubi Parapovic, and Schindler takes over for Utica. 1-0 in favor of the Harrisburg Heat. Near side, Ubi Parapovic. Slavisa working it around and plays it back out. Toby on it. Darren Toby plays it to the far side. Shot. Perella with another nice position and save. Now it's brought into the right side. Sent around the boards. Pops out front. Nobody home there for Utica. The Heat able to at least clear it back out. Hundelt brought it out, but cleared back the other way. Dumped again up the field. Goes into the corner. A little shoulder tap by Perella, knocking it to the corner. Comes back out front. Bordeaux. Darren Toby. He collides. It'll be a foul against the Heat. Ricardinho. Quickly, Utica restarted things, and Ricardinho Carvalho playing it up the near side. He'd bring it the other way. Escobar in traffic, was pretty much 1 against 2 or 3. And again, Utica gets control of the ball, but the Heat with a lead, 1-0. 10 minutes to go here in the second. Ball sent toward the Heat zone. Santana trying to get it out. Has a collision with DeRue, who's called for either the push, the kick, the obstruction. Who knows what they're going to call him for. But it is a foul against Utica City FC. Restart. Santana dumping it up to Morgan for the Heat. Moves it all through traffic. Good footwork, but Schindler steps in front and takes control, clears it back out. Santana knocking it back over to Escobar, and he'll send it back to Perella. Perella's going to chip it high in the air out of midfield. Ty Hall knocking it up to Morgan. He'll poke it to the near side. Thompson, far side Hall. They'll work forward and stop outside the yellow. Now the Heat will change up a couple bodies. Santana waiting as Tom Miller checks in for Morgan. Back to Perella. He'll send it up the near side. Headed the other way. Pushing foul on Thompson. It'll be a free kick for Utica. Not much of a bump there by Thompson, but they're going to call that one. especially when you're close to the boards like that. And granted, a lot of players know how to take those flying dives and make it look dramatic, but the refs are also looking out for that. They're trying to distinguish, what's legit, what's not legit. Ball dumped down into the corner. Still loose around the box, cleared back out. 8:20 to go in the second. 1-0 Heat on a goal by Tavoy Morgan. Coughlin on it for Utica. They'll play it down along the near boards at midfield. Bordeaux taking his time. Gets a little overlap from Ubi Parapovic, but he doesn't pass it to him. Schindler will now send it up to Slavisa Ubi Parapovic. And he'll send it forward. Tavernisi, and with a holding foul against the Heat there near the top by Leo Duarte. Tavernisi, 12 goals, 8 assists, 20 points coming in this game. And Ubi Parapovic, 13 goals, 10 assists, 23 points coming into this game. They're deadly and they're veterans. Here's Ubi Parapovic playing it to the right. Schindler with a shot, missing on that far post. He had Tavernisi over there, but they could not finish it off. So close. And a golden opportunity missed. Ball sent down into the corner. Perella misses on the head ball, trying to clear it to the side. Still loose down in the corner. And finally it's cleared back out. Midway through the second. 1-0 Heat. Schindler in midfield. Both teams changing up some players. Daru on it. Approaching the yellow line, center point. Petrera over to Toby. Utica again controlling the ball and pretty much the tempo in this game, but the Heat lead at 1-0. Sent down into the corner. Round the boards, cleared back to the side, now to play by the Heat. And we'll get the mid-quarter stoppage with 6:43 to go in the second. 1-0. Harrisburg leading. Fans, you can get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you are following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. Well, the Heat home tomorrow night against Baltimore. Game time 7:05. Get your tickets at harrisburgheat.com. And there's your leaders right now in goal scoring in the MASL. Adrian Perez from Ontario. Craig Childs, we saw him a few years ago here in Harrisburg. He's still got it. 17 goals. Nick Pereira of Tacoma at number 3. But then when you get to the total points, you got Nick Pereira there at 33 and Leo Gibson at Kansas City. Now, he just knows how to score. He knows how to get assists. And he's just tough. Escato and Childs, 24 each, and Perez 23 on leading points. Yeah, the Heat need to start getting some players in those categories. That would be nice. Here comes a restart. Ubi Parapovic at the top of the arc. He'll step out of the way. Shot score. Right down the slot. What a blast by Freddie Mugen. They kind of try to do a little deception with everyone moving about. Time of the goal, 8:18. Ubi Parapovic went past the ball. From the left comes Mugen. He finished it off. So Freddie Mugen ties this game at 1, his 6th goal of the season. Ball again out of play, another kick in for the Heat. Restart sent down to the near side, trying to get it to Morgan. Schindler trying to clear it out. Plays it along the boards, kept alive along the side. Kept in by Thompson, brought back out by Tavernese. He'll slice it over to the near side. Utica again setting things up with Ben Raymond in the back. Darren Toby playing it all the way up to the right side. Francis able to clear it back out to the neutral zone, but a lot of pressure there. And Daniel Villela is knocked down. It'll be a foul against Utica. Quick restart. Here comes Morgan for the Heat. Left point, faking, moving. Shot blocked. Yelovic giving it over to Daru. Near side, Toby. Ubi Parapovich dumping it all the way down for Darren Toby deep in the left corner. Francis on him. Daru has it now at the left point, but foul. Kind of a quick foul whistle there against Villela. 5:15 to go in the half. Tied at 1. Restart blocked in the middle of the box. So far, pretty good defense by the Heat. They have stuffed a few opportunities by Utica. That, of course, comes with some experience from a great defensive coach in Pat Healy. Ball sent back to the keeper, Perilla. And he will distribute high. All the way up looking for Hall, but it's past him and right to the keeper, Coughlin. Ball sent up the field again. Hall's going to just head ball it out of play. Utica trying to send it down into the corner. Mugin challenged over there by Perilla. Schindler will play it back dangerously. Coughlin had to go and recover it alongside the boards, but luckily it was wide. But it had a little juice behind it. Bordeaux near side Vitale. Bordeaux sending it down the near boards. Back out to the neutral zone. Vitale and Coughlin passing back and forth. Vitale sending it up toward the yellow line. One back by Tom Meller of the Heat. And back to the keeper. Perella sending it all the way up the far side. SK on it. He's 1 against 2, waiting for some help. Goes down but not getting a whistle. Coughlin picks it up. Coughlin, long throw back to the Heat zone, headed back out. Thompson knocks it up the middle, sent the other way again. Not a lot of possession being kept right now by either team. Ball sent out to the neutral zone. Morgan comes up with it for the Heat. He'll move in. Left wing, shot off the boards wide, down the slot, goal! William SK tickles the twine and makes it a 2-1 game. Nice job by Morgan to slam that one hard off the boards, and it bounced right to the middle when SK was there. Time of the goal, 11 minutes and 48 seconds. 4th goal of the season for the William & Mary product, William SK. And it's now 2-1 in favor of the Harrisburg Heat. You're watching the Harrisburg Heat on MASL TV. Catch every game each week on the league's official streaming home, MASL.TV. Here's Santana in the neutral zone. Remember the season opener here, the Heat pretty much dominated 3/4 of that game, and allowed Utica to come back and win it at the end. Kind of a disappointing finish. Harrisburg, for the most part, had played a great game that night, but let it slip away. And Utica has owned them since. It's a well-seasoned team. Has been together for a few years with Syracuse, moving to Utica. Ryan Hall, the head coach, doing a great job with his preparation, knowing the players. Here's Zubi Parpovich. He'll send it down for the far post. That goes wide. Now Raymond over to Schindler. Schindler still battling strong. Gets it back out to Daru. Here's Raymond right side. Shot blocked in the middle. Comes back out. Daru again. This one just a little high and wide to the left. Bounces out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Heat. Yeah, that was a blast. Watch Daru here line it up at the yellow line and hit the crossbar right in that upper left corner. Ball sent all the way down to the left corner. Morgan trying to get on it. Darren Toby doing his best to keep him away from it. Ball pops out to the far side, clear to the side. And Hall's called for the foul for the Harrisburg Heat. .129 to go in the second. Good hustle by Hall getting to it, but didn't get the call his way. Neutral zone again. The Heat trying to win this ball. Comes back to Darren Toby. He'll chip it in the air. Up at the yellow line. Daru. He'll leave it on the near side for Roberts. Logan Roberts, far side, Darren Toby. 1:05 to play in the first half. 2-1 Heat. Roberts again out in the neutral zone. Daru trying to move in. Right side working against Leo. Sends it back out to the neutral zone. Morgan steals it away. Look out. Here comes Morgan. Down the left side. Shot, save. Ball deflects wide. Kept alive though, far side by Danny DePrima. Schindler will clear it. Perella comes up with it. Great breakaway by Morgan. Just couldn't finish it off. And Coughlin did a great job at cutting down that angle. It's stopping the shot. Came down just a little to the left there. Went with the right. Coughlin had it. Morgan already with a goal and an assist in this game. Ball out of midfield. He'd have taken a little more control offensively here in the last few minutes. 7 seconds to go. Patrick Thompson running it out. Approaching the yellow line. Pulls the trigger. Saved by Coughlin. And that'll do it. We've reached halftime. Great recognition by Patrick Thompson to realize several seconds. He just had to take it down and smash one as well as he could. Did a nice job, and Coughlin was right there in the right position to make that save. Well, we have reached halftime. It's 2-1. Harrisburg leading Utica. Not a bad first half at all for the Harrisburg Heat. They've got the lead. Well, fans, are you ready for the Women's World Cup this summer? Well, you can get ready for the action by coming to the Heat's game February 23rd. USA's national team standout, Christy Rampone, be right here in this building running clinics, meet and greets with the fans, and more. Call the Heat office to get more information, great deals that they're putting together for your team, especially girls' teams. It's a great girls' soccer team. They have such great athletes to look up to, and Christy is certainly one of those. And hopefully a lot of the Central Pennsylvania female youth teams and even high school teams will be out in force to meet her, take part in some of the clinics. And you can do all that by getting a hold of the Heat and getting more details from them on the soccer clinics, the meet and greets, the autograph session, and so on with Christy Rampone. There's some cute videos on YouTube with her and her daughters, especially the youngest one, and having some fun with some of the other women's team members. So if you ever get a few extra minutes, check that out. Well, the Harrisburg Heat, we mentioned, are back home tomorrow night. It's Baltimore, 7:05. Baltimore defeating the Heat 6-5 last weekend. And you can get your tickets by going to harrisburgheat.com. You have a group, you can get that great discount provided by the Heat. All you have to do is call the Heat for more information or reach them online at harrisburgheat.com. And their Facebook page as well. Well, the big news this past week was in San Diego. And the Sockers signing, as we talked about women's U.S. national team, the Sockers have signed Landon Donovan, the former U.S. national outdoor team member. San Diego is 10-1 already this season. His first game will probably be Thursday, February 7th in Ontario, but welcome Landon Donovan to the MASL. Congratulations to San Diego for landing Landon Donovan. That's a great coup. Great to see him now trying his luck at the indoor game. Hopefully for him it's as successful as it was in the outdoor game. Other games taking place tonight in the MASL. St. Louis at Orlando, and Turlock is at El Paso. See if we got an updated score here of that St. Louis at Orlando game, and we have it. Updated score, Orlando leading St. Louis 3-2 in the first half. We will most likely not get the Turlock El Paso. That is will be starting, I think, a couple hours later than this. Then a plethora of games on tap tomorrow, including Baltimore at Harrisburg, St. Louis at Florida, Rio Grande Valley at Dallas, and Mississauga at Milwaukee. We are at halftime. Our score, Harrisburg 2 and Utica City FC 1. We'll step out, come back with more here at halftime on MASL TV.
One-touch shot and goal!
That was arena soccer perfection.
With an absolute golazo! Goal! As good a goal as you can see. That was a heat-seeking missile. One-touch shot and goal!
That was arena soccer perfection.
with an absolute golazo. Goal! As good a goal as you can see. That was a heat-seeking missile.
Welcome back. We are at halftime. 2-1, the Harrisburg Heat leading Utica City FC. John Wilsbach with you at halftime. We'll run down the scoring for you in this one because it looked like the Heat had jumped out early on with a goal by Dominic Francis, but unfortunately that one got called back. And this one here, a nice save by Perella, and then Perella hoisting this one deep down into the left corner. Morgan able to get by his man Schindler, and just one timing the blast in for the Harrisburg Heat. Great distribution, perfect bounce to the corner, and there was Morgan to rip it in from that left side. And even had one called off earlier there on the foul. He thought that should have been a continuance and would have had a goal there, but maybe just a little bit too early on that whistle. Here's the restart and the Mujin goal. Ubi Parapovic steps out of the way, and just a perfect rip from the top of the arc, finding that bottom right corner. And the sixth goal of the season for Freddie Mujin. The Heat coming back, and Morgan again right there, knocking it hard off the boards, bounces right to the middle, and SK drills it down the slot, giving the Heat a 2-1 lead. Close one there. Late in the first half by Daru, and then Morgan comes down on a breakaway, trying to find that bottom right corner, but Coughlin gets the right angle and makes that stop. Great reaction by Andrew Coughlin. And then right at the end of the half, Patrick Thompson trying to rip one here in the final second or two of the half. Great effort, but not getting it. So a good first half by the Harrisburg Heat, but we've seen this story before where the Heat have had a lead with this Utica team, then unable to hold it in the second half. So they're going to need that same effort in the second half that they got in the first half for Harrisburg. Last score we had down in Orlando, 3-2 in the first half. Orlando leading St. Louis in the other MASL game going on right now. The Heat are back home tomorrow night with the Baltimore Blast. It's a 7:05 start, and the Blast has certainly had the Heat's number. The Heat had them tied up this past weekend, and a late one by Baltimore, able to carry the Blast to a 6-5 victory over the Heat. And tomorrow night on tap will be many former Harrisburg Heat players. Alumni night. So come on out and see some of your favorite players from the 91 to 2003 seasons, that first 12-year stint of the Heat, or these past 6-7 seasons of the Harrisburg Heat. Some of the guys who played for Harrisburg, they'll be here. They'll sign autographs, love to meet with the fans, and have a good time at halftime playing on the field. And I'm sure we'll put some of those highlights on for you and give you some of the action there at halftime. We are at halftime here in Harrisburg. It's 2-1. The Heat leading Utica. Will come back with more on MASL TV.
One-touch shot and goal!
That was arena soccer perfection.
with an absolute golazo. Goal! As good a goal as you can see. That was a heat-seeking missile.
Harrisburg leading Utica. Fans, we mentioned Kick This on iHeartRadio every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. Soccer Sam discussing soccer. Lots of guests either in studio or via telephone. You don't want to miss it. Every Saturday, get caught up on all the indoor soccer action. Any soccer action, Soccer Sam's got it on Kick This. And also, the MASL has a new podcast. You can join host Craig Elston as he talks to the players, officials, and coaches from around the league. Takes you behind the scenes of the MASL. Craig out in San Diego, our friend there, filled in for me a few years ago when Tariq Walker was suspended for one game, and I had to go behind the bench and be the coach and couldn't broadcast the game. So Craig handled the duties, and fans back in Harrisburg got to hear him that night. You can check out MASLsoccer.com, listen to the past episodes, and subscribe to the official MASL podcast. Well, the scoring in this one, 7:40 in the first, Morgan from Perella made it 1-0. Then at 8:18, Freddie Mugin unassisted. That free kick there at the top of the arc made it 1-1, and then at 11:48 of the second, SK. Nice rip off the bounce from the boards off of Morgan, 2-1, and the Heat take this lead at halftime. We mentioned the two games tonight, Turlock at El Paso. That one has not started yet. The other game is Orlando still leading St. Louis 3-2. Now, you folks in Utica, you are finally back home this Sunday afternoon at the Adirondack Bank Center, Orlando and Utica. I have it as a 2 o'clock start. It may be a 3. I'd better check that one out just to make sure we're not giving you the wrong start time. But obviously go to Utica's website. check that out. Yeah, it is at 2 o'clock. I was right. All right. As we start the second half. I don't know why I was looking all over for my paperwork. I had it right here on the computer in front of me. 2 o'clock. Sunday afternoon in Utica. Well, the Heat are going from left to right. And Utica right to left. Early here in the third. Nice job in the first half by Perella. Both offensively and defensively. Good distribution, good saves. Getting himself in good position. Foul against the Heat. It'll be a restart coming up. Shots in that first half, 11 for Harrisburg, 9 for Utica. Shot score, Schindler, an easy restart goal, ties this game. And you just don't want to give up that easy foul and the easy goal. He approached, he shot, got it through the two-man wall there in front of Ricardinho. And Dominic Francis, looked like he flinched a little bit. Time of the goal. 1 minute of the third. Unassisted goal by Jake Schindler. It's his first goal of the season. And we're tied at 2. The Heat had 5 block shots, 3 for Utica in that first half. Here's Thompson over to Hall. Left side, moves in. Back out to Thompson. Thompson out at center circle. He trying to move it in deep into the corner. Trying to get it out to Morgan, but it's knocked away from him. Morgan comes up with it. Takes a deep shot from outside the yellow. Up and out of play. So the restart coming up. Santana this time getting it out. SK up the far side. Carvalho can't control it. Cleared back out. Kept alive, though, by Hundelt. Santana has it. He'll move toward the yellow. Center point. Pulls the trigger. Save. Loose in the left corner. SK runs it down. Plays it out to the right side. Ricardinho on it again. He'll move down toward the right corner. Stopping, holding, trying to cross it. Blocked. Flex all the way out near midfield. Perella getting it up. Look out. Ricardinho plays it to his left. He thought he had someone there. And no one was there except Utica. He was looking for that no-look pass. And, well, he should have looked. There was no white shirt there, and I think he thought there was. Tied at 2. Coughlin trying to play it out. Oh, Morgan almost had the steal. Here's Francis with a shot down the slot. Coughlin's got to watch it. He's finding himself out of position a couple times, but able to get back. Ball dumped all the way down into the corner. Mugen can't control it. Thompson clears it out. Getting a little help from Dominic Francis. He goes into the wall with Giroux. And Utica has it once again. Early here in the third quarter, tied at 2. John Wilsbach with you high atop the Farm Show Arena, the New Holland Arena at the Farm Show Complex. Ball sent around the boards in front, cleared back out. To the near side. Santana brings it down, the pass from Escobar, takes it deep into the corner, sends one on Coughlin and then keeps it alive. It's cleared high in the air, back out of midfield. Headed all the way back to Perella in the corner. He tries clearing it out. Should be a handball against Utica. It is. So the handball on Bordeaux. Ball brought up along the near side. Hundelt crossing it far side and out of play. Oh, great setup though, because he had Danny DePrima, I think, down that left side, looking for the back post finish. Now it's a corner kick for the Heat. DePrima sends it across to the right side. Here's Thompson on the right wing. Sends one off the boards to the middle. Shot, save! Hall put one right down the slot on Coughlin, about several feet outside of his face, and he was able to get the hand on it. Ball cleared all the way out of midfield. 2-2 our score. Heat creating chances. Coughlin coming up big. Here's Morgan on the far side. Morgan against Darren Toby. Plays it back out to Santana. DePrima's going to leave it for Thompson. He'll backpedal and play to the far side, Santana. Now Thompson in center circle, setting it up the middle, headed back out. Knocked away and back to Perella. He tries chipping it out, kept alive though by Tavernisi. Still headed around, headed back out by Thompson. Ricardinho coming up with it, but he's got pressure all around him, gets yanked down. Going to be a foul on Daru. 9:22 to go in the third. Tied at 2. Santana dumping it down. Headed back out to the yellow line. Daru again with another pushing foul this time. Knocking down Villela. And a restart coming up for the Heat. Santana trying to restart it. Kicks it right into Tavernisi. Wanted the whistle to start things because Tavernisi was too close. Could have gotten an encroachment. Santana sends it over to the far side. Shot gets deflected high in the air. Ball takes a hard bounce, goes out of play. Another kick in coming up for the Heat, right point of the Utica zone. Utica City FC, formerly Syracuse. Restart, ball sent right side of the box. Santana trying to get to it. Another shot by Villela comes out of midfield. Hundelt with it. Perella sending it all the way up. Ricardinho, right point, working one-on-one with Darren Toby. He'll get it back again just outside the yellow. Toby gives him the room along the boards, kind of stuffs him along the wing, and ball played back out to the neutral zone. Leo Duarte on it. Now Francis. Hundelt up the far boards, has it poked away, and Raymond gets it out. Heat recover it again. Midway through the third quarter, tied at 2. Ball sent up the middle, stolen away by Darren Toby. He'll get it out to the neutral zone and all the way back to the Heat zone. The Heat will go back and recover it with Julian Escobar. Now Patrick Thompson setting it down along the near boards, trying to get it to Morgan. Cleared back out again. Morgan trying to get to it, gets wiped out from behind by Steven Daru, and will get the blue card, and Daru will go to the penalty box. Morgan tripped hard from behind, and the yellow card as well for dissent. Daru just wanted to come over and just tell him, hey, didn't try that. Daru actually had part of that ball when he got the little kick on it. Morgan was stepping in front to intercept it. And after Daru got rid of it, the foot kept going in and took out Morgan. And what a game so far for Tavoy Morgan. The Jamaican native, 1 goal and 1 assist. Getting that ankle checked out. The fine folks who handle the Harrisburg Heat, OIP, Arlington Orthopedic, the official medical provider of the Harrisburg Heat. If you get injured, go where the pros go, and it's OIP. Fans, are you interested in having your kids running out onto the field with Heat players during the introductions? Or even being part of the Parade of Champions? We'll contact the Harrisburg Heat office to get more details, and your kids will certainly love it. So Daru goes into the penalty box for the 2-minute penalty, and he'll get an additional 5 minutes for not going in immediately. It'll only be a 2-minute power play, though. The 5 is the misconduct. And the Heat will get their first power play of the game. Utica had one early in this contest, but were unable to score. Harrisburg this season just 42% on the power play, and Utica's done a great job. Utica's 61% in penalty killing. They've got Bordeaux out there. Looks like Yelovic. I think that's Vitale and Schindler are also out there. Roberts will serve the 2-minute penalty for Daru, and then he will stay in for the additional 5 misconduct, which won't be a power play. Teams will be at equal strength at that point. Head coach Pat Healy talking to the officials. Assistant coach behind him is Lester Felician, both getting some words in. Here's the restart. Heat on the power play. Santana far side. Near side, Dominic Francis. Top of the arc and back out to the neutral zone. That's Villela. Far side, Santana. Down the corner, Ricardinho. Santana. They got Tom Miller down on the other post. Here's Dominic Francis. His pass is blocked by his own man. Utica will clear it up the field. And the Heat able to come up with the steal. They'll move in. Villela. Far side, just knocked wide by Tom Miller. Francis on it again. Miller, right side, shot it just wide along the boards. Coughlin will hold on. Ball cleared all the way down to the Heat zone, goes out of play. It'll be a kick in for Harrisburg. As we will get a timeout. 7:06 to play in the third. We're tied at 2 with the Heat on the power play. And Tom Miller this season has 3 power play goals, so it's a guy you certainly want out there for this situation. We want to remind you, U.S. National Women's Team member Christy Rampone on Saturday, February 23rd, here at the Harrisburg Heat. Well, when you look around the league at who's making the saves, Garcia leading Rio Grande Valley. The Barracudas with the highest percentage. But the goals against, that's the difference. Boris Pardo with a 3.50. Garcia, then Toth, and then William Van Zella. Could be seeing him tomorrow night against your Harrisburg Heat. Block leader, Axel Duarte, St. Louis. Well, they get a lot of shots out there in St. Louis. No wonder he's the block leader. He's been getting a lot of action on that back line. All right, here come the Heat. .104 remaining on the power play. Heat with it. Dominic Francis. Right side. Into the left corner, Santana. Center point, Francis. Villela. Santana. Shot. Kick save by Coughlin. Daniel Villela. Here's Ricardinho into the right corner. Miller sends it around the glass, headed back out. Francis with a half volley puts it up into the crowd and out of play. So Utica defensively able to snuff out the Harrisburg Heat power play thus far. Still got 23 seconds. The Heat were able to stop Utica's earlier in this game. This is Harrisburg's first power play. Santana trying to get it down the corner, but Coughlin clears it out. Villela keeps it alive. Center point, move it in, down to the left corner. Left point, Santana, 9 on the power play. Here's Francis, right corner to Miller. He has to play it back out to Francis. Far side, Santana, power play is over. Teams are at equal strength as Roberts comes back out on the field. Shot, score! Daniel Villela. I think Coughlin may have been screened on that a little bit as he finds the bottom right corner of the net on an equal strength goal. Time of the goal, 9 minutes and 9 seconds. Fifth goal of the season. Villela with a rip just inside that yellow line. It may have even hit off the foot of one of the Utica players there. Not sure if that was Darren Toby there in the middle or not. So Villela, who has played in the past for El Paso and Ontario, hails out of Tijuana, Mexico, makes it a 3-2 Heat lead. Long distribution down for Ty Hall. He's on at right wing boards. One of the hardest things for the Harrisburg Heat this season, maintaining a lead. Seems like every time they get one in this game, Utica finds a way to come back and tie them up. But it's a 3-2 Harrisburg lead. 1-7 record on the season. It's time for Harrisburg to start putting a win streak together. Miller with the heel kick to Prima, trying to send it off the boards. Ball poking around, and Thompson will run it down out of midfield. Heat changing up, but Thompson couldn't keep control of the ball. Cleared all the way up to the near side. And here comes Kenaway with a shot wide. Outs Raymond to Toby. Sent around the boards again, right side. A wide open goal for Utica to tie it right back up. Did not take long, did it? Ben Yelovic coming in on that opposite side. Mujin sent it around the boards. And Jelovic able to put it in. Time of the goal, 10:39 of the third. Ben Jelovic from Freddie Mugin. And Utica ties this game at 3. Eighth goal of the season for Jelovic. Foul against Utica. Restart coming up for the Heat in the Utica zone. Restart for Harrisburg. Jelovic called for the pushing foul there. All blocked back out to the neutral zone. Santana runs it down on the near side. He'll send it back to Perella. Dumped down along the near boards, and Schindler back deep in his own end using the heel to knock it back out. And Coughlin will pick it up. Bordeaux with it. Back to the keeper, Coughlin, who sends it down the near side. Vitale sending it around, trying to center it. He trying to get it out, and they do. Nice little poke out there by Hundelt. Utica comes back up with it again. Teams are tied at 3, 3:10 to go here in the third. Ubi Parapovic sends it down into the Heat zone. And Harrisburg able to get it out with SK. Up to the far side. Right side. Santana just shot it wide. Ricardinho with a heel kick blocked. Tries for the steal. Gets it. Has it deep. Trying to center it off the boards, but it's knocked to the side by Utica. They'll get the pushing foul on Santana. That'll be a free kick for Utica City FC. 2:45 to go. Pushing foul on Santana. Santana playing last year with Syracuse. Last few seasons. Was also in Baltimore at one point. Near side, Ubi Parapovic. Darren Toby. Back out to the neutral zone. Along the left wing boards. Mugin trying to get to it. Now Ben Raymond circling around, leaving it. Ubi Parapovic to Raymond around the boards. Santana intercepts, takes his time, clears up the far boards. He trying to run it down. Villela moves in. Center point brings it back out in traffic. Lets the Heat change up. Tied at 3 with 1:46 to go in the third. Tom Miller back out to the neutral zone. Santana sending it down, trying to set someone up. But again, it's Utica clearing it back out, protecting their keeper, Andrew Coughlin. Along the near side, Patrick Thompson. Far side, Santana. And Patrick Thompson on it. Thompson, center point, pulls the trigger, gets deflected, goal! Dominic Francis, who got robbed early on, gets the pass from Tom Miller, and Francis finishes it off. Time of the goal, 13:56. Dominic Francis from Tom Miller. There's a rip by Thompson. Nice tap to slow it down by Miller right over to Francis, who finished it all. That's good. Just one touch, passing and striking. And Dominic Francis, who we thought had scored early on, and then they called it off, gets his 7th of the season. And it's a 4-3 Harrisburg Heat lead. Late here in the third quarter. Along the near side, Jelinek moves deep into the corner. Hundelt, good defense, battling him. Jelinek gets her back. Jelinek leaning back, out to Darren Toby, near the top left. Jelinek left point. Works again towards the top middle. Shot down the slot, gets redirected, but just wide. Tavernisi somehow got that redirection on it. Here comes the Heat up the far side. Kept alive, but Hall just knocked it a little bit too far forward. It goes to Coughlin, but headed back up again. Hall on it, right side. One times it. Loose in the middle. It balls it in for the goal. Ricardinho Carvalho. It's now 5-3 Heat. Good work up front. Good hustle by the Heat. Hall and Ricardo Carvalho. Ricardinho. Time of the goal, 14:52. Hall gets the assist. Carvalho's 8th goal of the season. And that will do it here for the third quarter of play. Can the Heat hold on to a 2-goal lead in the fourth? We're going to find out. We'll take a break. It's Harrisburg 5, Utica City 3. Back with the fourth quarter on MASL TV.
One-touch shot and goal!
That was arena soccer perfection.
With an absolute golazo. Goal! As good a goal as you can see. That was a heat-seeking missile.
Back in Harrisburg on MASL TV, John Wilsbach with you. Glad to have you along. We're after 3 quarters of play. The Harrisburg Heat lead Utica City FC 5-3. The Heat have outshot Utica 20-11 thus far in the contest. And in that third quarter, Harrisburg able to take advantage of some opportunities. But the Heat could not hold that 2-1 halftime lead. Schindler scored for Utica very early in the third quarter on an unassisted goal. And it tied it up at 2. Then at 9:09 of the third, Villela for the Harrisburg Heat. It was even strength. 3-2 for Harrisburg. And then Utica tied it again at 10:39. Ben Jelinek, his 8th of the season, 3-3. But two late ones here for the Heat at 13:56, Dominic Francis, and 14:52, Ricardinho. And Harrisburg finds himself up by 2 heading into this fourth quarter. And now a kick-in opportunity coming up. It'll be a corner kick. Danny DePrima from the left corner. He's going to position Santana out front. Carvalho and Francis there in the middle. Ball's blocked as he tries sending it across. And Coughlin will pick it up as he got bumped into. And here comes Ubi Parapovic. Cross midfield, he kicks it out of play. Let that one just take off on the outside of that foot. Goodbye. Some young Go Heat fans there in that front row. Got to pay attention. You're in the danger zone. Last thing you need is to be embarrassed by a ball coming in, knocking you in the head because you weren't ready for it. Out in the neutral zone. Ball sent back to Darren Toby. Coughlin clears it out. Stolen away by Freddie Mugin. Utica setting it up. Along the near side, Bo Jelevic looking to move into the right side. His shot partially blocked by Hundelt. Follow-up shot is wide. May have been partially blocked there by Kenaway. Meller clears it back out, but again, Utica has it. Darren Toby. Jelevic working towards the right wing. Back out neutral zone. Ben Raymond sending it far side. Sent over to the right side. Darren Toby on it there. Jelevic in the middle. Back over on the far side. Kenaway getting it to Toby. Deflected down the slot, out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Harrisburg Heat. Now they're going to call it a corner. So it was touched by the Heat last. Corner kick coming up. Mugin quickly running in, plays it out front. Darren Toby. Right side, Kenaway moves to the wing. His shot blocked out of play by Hundelt. Mentioned Dylan Hundelt, son of Kevin Hundelt. I remember calling his name many times for the St. Louis Ambush and Steamers. Played against the Harrisburg Heat. Of course, Harrisburg and St. Louis played in the 1995 championship with St. Louis winning 4-0 over the Heat. The indoor championship. Hundelt, a St. Louis native. Heat get it out. Santana trying to run it down. Toby comes up with it. Back for Coughlin. Ball out in the neutral zone. Santana comes up with it. Here comes Hundelt to the right side. Utica quick to recover. Hundelt, top of the arc, gets free. Holding, left side. Shot, Escobar. That one just high and wide. Comes back out to the neutral zone. Good opportunity by the Heat. Leo Duarte with it to the near side. Escobar again moving forward. Patrick Thompson moving down into the corner. Sends it around the boards, but nobody home. For the Heat comes back out to Leo Duarte. We have not seen the return of Savoy Morgan for the Heat after he got tripped up. Coughlin picking it up. And Morgan has been a force in this game. Either going to save him late or hopefully try to let him heal up for tomorrow. We'll see. We'll try to get a shot of him on the bench when we get our first break. Darren Toby with it. Brings it out to the neutral zone. The Heat with a 5-3 lead. Now it's Schindler. The other game going on right now, Orlando and St. Louis down in Florida, tied at 3 in the second half. Ball sent around the boards. He trying to clear it out. Santana got pushed from behind by Tavernese. So it'll be a foul against Utica. Restart coming up for the Harrisburg Heat. There's Lucio Gonzaga on the bench for Utica. Former Harrisburg Heat player, now playing for Utica, but not playing in this game. Utica back home on Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock against Orlando. Loose ball out in the neutral zone. Utica keeps control. Roberts playing it to the near side. Ubi Parapovich to the far side. Schindler knocking it down into the corner. Tavernese trying to get to it. It comes back out front. Saved by Coughlin. Turnaround shot by Roberts wide. Santana trying to get to it. Knocked down hard along the near boards. But only a foul. No card pulled. The refs are certainly getting an earful from the fans down in that corner. 10:50 to go in the fourth. 5-3 Harrisburg. Santana sending it all the way down 3 lines. Ricardinho tried getting the header on it out by the yellow, but could not get there. It'll be a restart, center point of the yellow line for Utica. Schindler, left side, shot, save again. Perella has done a great job in this contest. Ricardinho trying to kick at it. Ubi Parapovich comes up with it, plays it to the left side, gets it back, shot just wide. And Matt Perella holds on, looking for his first win of the season in net. Ball headed out of play, far side by Schindler. It'll be a kick in for the Heat at midfield. Ball played down into the corner. Tom Miller sending it out front, but off the mark a little bit. Out in the neutral zone. Malala. Al Miller. Escobar. Leo Duarte trying to get to Patrick Thompson. He gets bumped down. It'll be a foul against Utica. Ball headed out to midfield. Heat holding a 2-goal lead. Patrick Thompson playing it over for Hall. He'll tap it back in midfield. Heat keeping control. Leo Duarte getting it down for Hall again at the right wing boards. He's got Toby on his back, out for Escobar into the neutral zone. At midfield is Patrick Thompson. He'll play it down again for Hall in the right corner. Hall not double team, just has it knocked away. And Mugin comes up with it and stolen back by Hall. He'll get it back out of midfield. Heat are going to change up some personnel as they're running some clock, keeping possession. Hundelt knocking it off the boards down the near side. But Ben Raymond comes back up with it. Now Coughlin has to clear it out. This one's going to take a hard bounce out of play. 8:59 to go in the fourth. Harrisburg Heat holding a 5-3 lead. The Heat are home tomorrow night, 7:05 against the Baltimore Blast. Looking forward to seeing you Baltimore fans coming up. Interstate 83. For what is always a fantastic game here, especially after that 6-5 Baltimore win last week down at Towson. Santana sending it down into the right corner. Darren Toby trying to clear it out, needing some help from Bo Yelovic. Ball knocks loose. DePrima comes up with it, trying to keep possession. Bordeaux able to get it out. And Santana knocks it up along the boards. Heat keeping the pressure on up in midfield. They want that possession back. Darren Toby on it with a spin move. Toby trying to play down the corner. Great job again by Hundelt, sliding right in and taking it out. Ricardinho will clear it. 8:10 to go in the fourth. 5-3 Harrisburg. Up the far side, Schindler. His pass blocked. And they eat again. Villela, top of the arc, moving to the left, pulls the trigger wide. Comes back out to Tom Miller. He can't get the shot off. Schindler just kind of falls in front of the ball and protects it. And then it's Ben Raymond getting in front of it. And Ubi Parapovic will bring it out. Again, the Heat trying to win it, but we get an inadvertent handball against the Heat. It'll be a free kick at midfield for Utica. Heat again come up with it. Nice hustle by Villela. He'll play it to the near side. Leo Duarte with a long pass down. SK trying to keep control in the left corner. Plays it out to Duarte at the left point. He'll send it out of midfield. Midway through the fourth quarter, Harrisburg holding a 5-3 lead. Leo Duarte at center circle. He'll play it up along the near side. Villela back to Duarte. Trying to get it down the hall. Out of midfield and all the way back to the keeper. Matt Perella gets it up. Leo Duarte up the left side. Steps in. Pulls the trigger. That's blocked. Utica having a hard time clearing it out. Hall keeping it alive along the near boards. Duarte also helping out. Hall trying to get to it. And the Heat again keep control, playing it back out to Hundelt, who will slow things up. And again, the Heat able to change personnel. Hundelt in traffic, but the Heat able to change up quick enough. Santana will dump it down on Coughlin, who holds on. Heat working a lot of clock and a lot of possession with a 2-goal lead. Utica has been stymied here in this fourth quarter, trying to create opportunities. Darren Toby to the near side. Bordeaux playing it along the near boards, trying to get it down along the side. Mugin can't get the shot off. Comes back out Darren Toby on it. Here's Mugin. His shot partially blocked by Thompson. Perella holds on. Quick distribution down the near side. Carvalho on at left wing, double team, trying to keep possession, keeping control. Plays it back out to the neutral zone. Thought he had someone there. Roberts tries to get to it, but Thompson good speed to catch up to it and then gets it back. Here comes Patrick Thompson moving in. Left side. His shot blocked by Toby. Bounces back out of midfield. We're at 5:30 remaining in this fourth. The Heat have done a great job with ball possession here in the fourth quarter, leading at 5-3. And some great jobs at substitutions and keeping their flow and keeping fresh bodies in there. Dominic Francis back out for Hundelt to Francis, center point. He gets tripped up out near the yellow line. It'll be a foul against Utica. This will be a good scoring opportunity here for the Heat on a restart, just inside that yellow line, center point. Be nice to get one more on the board right now and open this thing up a little bit. In the corner shot. Gets deflected to the far side. That was Hundelt. Utica trying to clear it out. Heat keeping that pressure up. Not allowing much movement by Kenaway on the far boards. Yelovic trying to help out. Heat again, come up with it. Here's Miller, but he'll blast it up and out of play. And we are taking a timeout. 4:48 to play in the fourth. It's Harrisburg 5, Utica 3. Back on the Heat Soccer Network.
One-touch shot and goal!
That was arena soccer perfection.
With an absolute golazo! Goal! As good a goal as you can see. That was a heat-seeking missile.
Back in Harrisburg, John Wills back with you. 4:48 to play in the fourth, and Harrisburg leading Utica 5-3. Tavoy Morgan played a great first half for Harrisburg. 1 goal and 1 assist, and then got tripped from behind and injured that ankle here in the second half. We haven't seen him since, and he's sitting just outside the Heat bench, so he is most likely done for the night, but hopefully better for tomorrow. Utica has gone to the 6th attacker. That will be Schindler. He is wearing the red 6th attacker jersey for Utica. So the 6th attacker on. Hall up front, gets the steal, plays it to the middle, knocked forward. Schindler able to get to it. And in the meantime, we're going to get that blue card penalty against Utica, and that's going to hurt them. Great hustle by Hall, and they tied things up too much. And Ty Hall, great hustle to get that ball and held on to. So 2 minutes on Bordeaux. Time of the penalty, 10:37. And that will pretty much hurt their 6th attacker chances for the next 2 minutes. The Heat 0 for 1 on the power play in this contest. They did score shortly after a power play had ended earlier. Valella, Ricardinho, right side, Dominic Francis. Into the corner, centered by Meller, poked by Ricardinho. Meller sends it back out to the neutral zone. Dominic Francis knocking it to the near side. Santana. Down along the left wing boards, Carvalho. Out front, Francis, shot it wide, gets it back, shot blocked, gets it again. Fans on it this time. It was poked out by Utica. Battling forward to midfield, great hustle by Valella. Under pressure, knocked down, it'll be a foul against Utica City. 5-3 Harrisburg, 3:43 to play in the fourth. 1:19 remaining on the penalty to Utica. Left side. Ricardinho. He's called for the foul. Restart for Utica City. Once again, the Heat knock it out of play. Heat looking for just their 2nd win of the season. Still got a 3-3 game down in Florida between Orlando and St. Louis. Shot sent around the boards, knocked down by Francis, grabbed on to by Perella. Ball headed high in the air. 6th attacker in again, shot, and a save. It's not Schindler this time. Look out, here comes Bo Jelinek down the left side, shot it wide. He somehow got on a breakout. Now along the near side, Santana trying to get to it, but stolen back by Jelinek. Jelinek, top of the arc, goes down, intercepted by Francis. Cleared back out by the Harrisburg Heat. Along the near boards, Umi Parapovic. 2:29 to go. Few seconds left on this man advantage. I shouldn't have called it the 6th attacker. It was the 6th attacker being the 5th attacker. But now teams are equal strength. It is the 6th attacker. There's a shot and a block in the middle. And kicked out a play by the Heat. And Utica took that chance. As we get a timeout, took the chance of putting in that 5th attacker instead of 6th attacker and pulling the keeper short-handed. But they kill off the penalty. And a nice job by Tavernisi, who was the 6th attacker or 5th attacker. Now they're going to change shirts, and it goes back to Schindler. So Schindler puts the 6th attacker jersey back on. Teams are at equal strength, with the 6th attacker in for Utica. The Heat lead at 5-3. Minute 47 to go here in the 4th. Ubi Parapovich will line up Toby to his right and Schindler to his left. 3-man wall sets up for the Harrisburg Heat. Hall, Thompson, and DePrima in there. Now we're going to get a chat over at the bench. One of the officials talking to head coach Ryan Hall of Utica. Utica is home. 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon against Orlando. Hope you Utica fans come out in force and support Utica City FC. The Heat home tomorrow night. The Baltimore Blast, 7:05 with the start time, alumni night. See some of your favorite past former Heat stars. And there's Harrisburg Heat netminder Matt Perella, doing a great job in net. Coming into this game was 0-4 with a 6.68 goals against average. But he has made some nice saves, good distribution. Been in the right place. Here comes Ubi Parapovich. Plays it to the right side, and a score by Darren Toby. There are just one goal out now. Darren Toby finding the bottom left corner of the net. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 47 seconds. And Darren Toby getting the pass from Ubi Parapovich. Third goal of the season for Darren Toby. As we get a timeout for Harrisburg, trying not to blow a 2-goal lead. It's now 5-4. Harrisburg leading Utica by just 1 goal with 2:13 to play in the 4th quarter. Well, Baltimore's Vinny Dantas was on the MASL Team of the Week, Week 8. 2 hat tricks last weekend, one against Harrisburg. You'll be seeing him tomorrow night against the Harrisburg Heat. And we keep reminding you, Christy Rampone, U.S. Women's National Team, coming to the Harrisburg Heat game Saturday, February 23rd. Meet and greet, soccer clinics, photo and autograph sessions. Get your team, your club, your group in on this. Sponsorship opportunities are available. 540 Heat. Go to harrisburgheat.com for more information. All right. Coughlin back in net for Utica. They get a 6th attacker goal to bring themselves within 1. Knocked out a play. It'll be a restart for the Heat at the top of the arc. Another opportunity to try to give themselves a little insurance once again with 2:07 to play here in the 4th. DePrima, Ricardinho, he shoots and scores. Ricardo Carvalho, Ricardinho. 6-4 Heat. And the Harrisburg Heat desperately needed that goal. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 55 seconds. His 2nd goal of the season. What a blast. 9th of the season for Ricardinho. It's now 6-4 Heat. 6th attacker back in for Utica City. That's going to be Schindler. Here'll be Parapovich. Over to Schindler. Ball knocks over to Darren Toby. Here's Schindler left side. A lot of pressure from Ty Hall. Ball knocks along the boards, Mugin on it. Sends one around the glass, cleared back out to the neutral zone. In the meantime, Ty Hall went down hard over on the far boards. They'll get looked at. Fans, don't forget, Kick This on the air tomorrow morning. Best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune in to Kick This every weekend. It's Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. with our friend Soccer Sam, discussing the ins and outs of all the MASL action. He gets the guest, he knows the players, he knows the coaches, he knows the fans. He will fill you in on the radio. Kick This on iHeartRadio. Just go into that iHeart app if you have it. I do. Easy to just type it in. Kick This, and it'll pop up for you. Harrisburg Heat would like to thank Miter USA for providing today's match balls. Miter, the official balls for the MASL and MASL2. You are watching this game on MASL TV. Catch every game all season. MASL.TV. John Wilsbach with you, 1:17 to play in the fourth. Harrisburg leading 6-4. Sixth attacker still in for Utica. Here's a shot blocked in the middle. Schindler comes up with it, knocking it forward. Santana knocks it away. Still loose, everyone kicking at it. Ball kept alive by Utica. Santana blocks it again. Schindler trying to get to it. Malella able to get it back out. Now Patrick Thompson able to win it. Long kick from midfield, bullseye. Patrick Thompson. Oh, look at that purple hair shining, huh? 7-4 Harrisburg. Time of the goal, 14:08. Patrick Thompson, great job, great hustle. He's got great speed. And from just across that midfield stripe, able to find the net against the sixth attacker. I don't think he's going to win any dancing competition soon, but he certainly scored that one nicely. Thompson with his third goal of the season. Makes it a 7-4 game. 45 seconds to go. Schindler staying in. The Heat will clear it down into the left corner. Schindler goes back for it, knocks it hard off the boards. It comes back out to the left side. Escobar on it. Now the Heat will just slow it up, playing it back in midfield. Will try to burn off the remaining half minute. Out the middle of the field, Patrick Thompson. Tapping it forward, but intercepted by Bordeaux. Well, Utica won the first 3 meetings of the season. But hopefully this is now the turning point for the Heat. Good block there, and a second follow-up by Tavernese. Goes up and out of play with 3 seconds to go. And the Heat will end this skid of 6 games, and they will go to 2-7 on the season. Hopefully add on to that tomorrow night against Baltimore. And there you have it. First win of the year for Matt Perella in net for the Heat. And Harrisburg victorious, 7-4. We'll step out. When we come back, we'll show you the highlights, give a quick recap, and wrap things up here in Harrisburg. The Harrisburg Heat 7, Utica 4. Back with the post-game show here on MASL TV. Back in Harrisburg, John Wilsbach with you, 7-4. The Harrisburg Heat victorious in this one over Utica City FC. Well-deserved win for the Harrisburg Heat. And Harrisburg, for a second there, looked like they might be in trouble again in the fourth and having a hard time holding on to the lead. But they were able to do it, as Toby had made it a 5-4 game, but then the Heat getting a couple there from Ricardinho and Thompson. Some great hustle, some great defense, and some good keeping down the stretch here. Matt Perella doing a nice job for Harrisburg. Let's run down all the scoring for this, because the Heat lost a key member of their team in this game. They kind of really rose up in the second half. So as we go to the highlights, it's a great pass by the keeper Perella all the way down to Morgan, who scores at 7:40 of the first. And great pass, just one times that thing right out and into the net. And Mujin right there ties the game at 1 at 8:18, but the Heat respond back. Good centering by Morgan, getting it to SK, his fourth, making it 2-1. Then you got Schindler early in the third, tying it at 2. Here's Villela out front, makes it 3-2 Heat. And Ben Yelovic comes in from the opposite side, ties the game at 3. And you got Miller finding Francis right in the middle. Dominic Francis made it 4-3. Ball knocked off the boards by Ty Hall right to Ricardinho, made it 5-3 Heat, but Utica doesn't give up. Darren Toby with that sixth attacker on makes it 5-4. The Heat get a great restart, top of the arc by Ricardinho, making it 6-4, and then nail in the coffin by Patrick Thompson, his third of the season, 7-4, and that pretty much did it to seal the victory. And Patrick Thompson for the Harrisburg Heat. So Ricardinho, 2 goals for the Harrisburg Heat. We mentioned Morgan being injured. Tavoy Morgan had a great first half, was really strong down on the post, and he got injured in the second half. Did not come back in. Not sure if they were just trying to rest him maybe for tomorrow night, or the injury was that significant that they just couldn't bring him back in. But we'll see tomorrow night if he's available, and hopefully he is. But he had a great first half of that, 1 goal and 1 assist. Now the Harrisburg Heat with the victory, now 2-7 on the season. Utica losing for the first time this season to the Harrisburg Heat, and Utica now 8-4. Of course, that gives an opportunity to Baltimore, who they're tied with in the top of the East standings, to maybe make a run tomorrow night. But the Heat would love to shut down Baltimore too and hand them a loss. That game's going to be tomorrow night, 7:05 here in Harrisburg. And the Harrisburg Heat lost last weekend in Baltimore 6-5 late in that contest, and certainly revenge on their mind, and that's always a classic battle when you get them together. And at halftime in that game, some former Harrisburg Heat players will be here playing at halftime, signing autographs, and hopefully, who knows, maybe we'll be able to grab someone here at halftime as well. I want to thank you for tuning in, and hope you join us again tomorrow night here at the Harrisburg State Farm Show Arena and the New Holland Large Arena in the Farm Show Complex. Once again, our final score, the Harrisburg Heat 7, Utica City 4. John Wilsbach, thank you for joining us here on MASL TV.